talk control. But when the hand moved, the foot went there, the foot moved. What control? What control? When you have no position, you must remain overall, man. Without a dollar in the world. What are you? What are you? Call yourself, sir? I just moved the hand around. It's a couple of days. Get to the nerve or whatever was talked down. Sensory. It's not you. Never were. But you're a fool, aren't you? Because you didn't know. Because you never. You wouldn't. No, you never made day out to you are a dumb fool. Slow. That's why you cannot have yourself to ever serious. You cannot talk yourself serious at all, man. You won't give yourself serious because you were slow, you were dumb, you're a fool. We have already talked the talks behind the scene, behind the scene, behind the scene. Why did you not know? Dumb, slow, fool. Stay. Done. Because you could not even. You just did not know. Slow. And that's why that can never take you seriously. That's. And then that's gonna make him mad. That's gonna hit you. That's gonna pansy. Buttercup. Rose. That's gonna rip every part of you in. Hi. Pardonnez-moi, I'm trying to do a play. So, an act. You're not a baby now, man. It's not play. We call it work late. Play. Do you want to always kick that ball until we never know? The lights are out, well. That does not bother. Coil. What's that? Play that. No, it's not play that. When you take that, yo, when you have taken that, just that. You hand an answer. You hand answer. When you talk, that's answer. The purpose of the talk. Sir. You have brought yourself to a reference, sir, in there. Yet you're a fool, you're dumb, you're slow. You would not want where? You never knew. Dumb guy, man, dumb guy. Right. All right. And how would you have not known that? Behind the scene, behind the... Well, when we call it, when you talk behind the scene, then you also talk behind the curtain. Behind the window, behind the... Outdoor. In, out, no. Where? Drape, yes. The cloth, wherever it is. So behind what you knew, there was something that you knew. What did you not know? Nerves hit, man! How? You let that in! That! But I will not hit. You must! It's your job! Now. It's not mine and never were. You gave a job away. Why? That means you are... That's kind of fun then. You are telling another to hit out, man. So, obviously you have not had the control or discipline necessary to taught anyone anyway. You would influence and you would create that concern. Might. Pal. Friend. Yeah, that's going. That's going. That's going. Friend. So what are the other talks then? There are no references. Do it anyways one time. The lungs were not. No, they were. They are. They were. No, they are. They were. No. They still are. You mad? You're crazy. They still are. I think you need to talk to your diary. When one reviewed, then it was for educate purpose. It was not to talk elsewhere, think elsewhere, look elsewhere. Oh, the pick of the talks out, sir. Sir, sir. What kind of sir are you? Not to anyone else, just to myself. So you have installed a sir in your own brain? Do you know that requires a lot of saying? Or maybe not, whatever the case. Ah, you must have given some kind of seniority in what you call in, out. No. Well, if you move that backwards, then maybe it will go out. Yes. So when you felt that nerve, that means you were hit. But you were not hitting real, man. You were hit behind the scene, behind the curtain. The talks will remain until we learn. How could they have done that? Well, obviously, you would not know, Mr. Wasif. I'll adore you, Ali Wasif, whatever you call yourself. Ali Wasif, I'll adore you. Yes. Ali Wasif means that you need seniority to take over things. It means you're not the RIT person, individual anywhere then. Ali, do you? No, that sounds too. No, that's not what RITE neither. There must be a villain. There must be the one that's just not Ali Wasif. Yes. It's easy to turn you into that one. Just turn him the other way around. Why did you not? Did you know that? Did you know that? You must have known that. Come on. You must have known that. You will have known. Did you know that? Maybe. We know that part. It's the part where you must have fought but never felt. Oh, you never fell. Where I feel when you fall. Yes. So did you feel the fall? Well, we're going to have to reverse the days and the years. The months, the minutes, the seconds, and what's going to be the rate that you would really not want to get out? Hour. But you got it out anyway. So why did you talk it then? You will talk it, but then you will have to know why. Why? Yes. Why when it sounds like a not? Why? Why when it sounds like a what? Why? Why when it sounds like a why? Why when it sounds like a not? Why? Why? When it sounds like when it hears like a why that one would not. When it sounds like a run straight to the throat. When it's a quick why. It's not an out and an in play. Bye. And there's nothing else that you can now do. So how would you, come on. How would one, you were the fool, man, you were dumb, you're slow. You never knew that. And there's fantasies within the brain that must have just created, well, to keep you saying, what else? But you were not saying, it was concluded later, you were not out saying, you were insane, sir. Sir, I'm still seeing parts of myself in the, how? It's how to create the guilt now. You have got doubt, you have got guilt, you are moving with not one, but two. You're not moving with 3, you're moving with 4. You're moving with 5, no, you're moving on your own, man. That's a second thought, you are not taking it out of there. Why? What? Why? What? Why? What? Why? What? Why? Why? What? Why? What? I'm gonna play that tape and whatever's in there until you get that out. You're not taking it out, are you? You're not pulling it out. Just wherever you need to. You're going to have to give the answer. Why was why were you slow then, sir? Seniority, whatever you think you were not then, or whatever. Come on, or was it, sir? It's not you, it's me, it's moi. Well, you have taken seniority, and then you will have to take seniority. But will you? Can you? You won't. Come on. They describe the age to have seniority over another. Over one. So please tell me why you would not take seniority where you never would, never can, or never would want to. But that's not the plan. Show! Please tell yourself why you were a fool, why you were slow, and why you were dumb. I need to tell myself why I was a... No, it's not giving me the necessary out there. You know how some of them talks very closely relate to the talks that we must not make? The what? The what? The what? You're going to have to rewind it, pause it, and play. No! There's no. Do you think I could take what he's saying? I've said it out loud, sir! Well, that word, the days, weren't they? Off with the skull. That's the right literature to use, eh? That's the necessary descriptor. The necessary descriptor. The sense of deja vu would go on a rewind and a play and a pause. You will talk the same words, and you will talk until you will not talk. How? You are given the reserve. They will give you whether we should not go out or stay out. Or we have to remain in. Why? Because we're going back to the world when we were cold. And when it was not bright. When our hairs were not clear. When we could not have the right. R-I-T-E. Here. Sight. S-I-T-E. There are some days where you will just not have the talks that you would want or need. You will just have to give yourself a DVD. But yes, and I can see why I would never take that serious myself. But yet I would use it there because. Haha, there's a because. The because. Because profanity is still going to get you done, pal. Wherever you talk! And if we have turned it into this talk crime world, man, the fourth law world, no, you've got it wrong. When it's law, it's crime, man. When it's crime, it's law. You don't get it, R-I-T-E, just give up. So, at least you've got that reference for yourself in there. Respecting some part of whatever you thought was what everyone else had. It's a very cold day. No. The skills will send you to not sane. Yo. Mental. Just give it a clap and just just content with it. You're mental and you always were. You're mental and you know it. Clap your hands. Pans! The hands with the pans! The pans with the... And you're mental and you know it. Clap your pans. Hypnotic! Hypnotic! It's in there! So it's just when you hit food, yes. That was hypnotic, yes. What was said, I won't know. The part of you when the food has gone in, oh yes. No, no, no. Come on, man. Come on. Take it out of you. What was it? What was it? Well, I've woken up and I've taken a hit, but I've not seen anyone else around. I've taken it within the mental, within the sensory. It's hit the nerve and it's hit it right there. I've been given a whack without even talking anywhere. I went to get my glasses. And when you get your glasses, you have a look. How do they look? What do you think will follow myself at the very point of when I would want to see, I would want to look at the glasses on my own skull? Or one that then gets taught what everyone will do to sort out what I am, who I was, what I am. Who I am, what I was, what I'm not supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be. Do you think one will follow you at that very point of when you go back to being, well, I look like what I was now. I look like who I am now. But I might not like the look later in some part of the part where I've eaten. Must be the conclusive. It's the silliest concluded hell. It's dumb, it's slow, but you would not know. There was talk. But it's within a parallel universe. There's talk there. Well, if you could have pretended that you might have gone out with a girl, man, then we can pretend that we were your pal somewhere. Maybe it could be that kind of talk. Maybe that was the reason. Well, you can pretend that you were mates. See, why can't you not pretend that you were mates? Duh. Yes? So it must be the part of you that pretended somewhere. And then the reality won't give you the real reason answer elsewhere. It's not real. You're not going out with that one. Because that one will give you everything you would need to know right there and there. So the reality one gave the answer that you were never dating anyone. You're a loner. You always were. No one will like you because you look altered. Sorry to anyone that's got the hair concern or alopecia. It's one route to avoid any of the talks that can go into the sensitive parts of what we are. Right? R-I-T-E. So then, now, the parts get to you. Ali, do you? Ali, Wasif, crazy. No. Mr. Wasif Ali? No. Wasif Ali? No. W. Ali? Sounds like Wally, that's gonna do for one. No. So the part that will get to use always going to, it's always going to, it's always the hair. And partly from the side. That went out! R-I-T-E, right? So when you lied that you pretended that you were dating one because you didn't really want to like anyone else, man. When the reality one gave you the real talk that was not R-I-T-E, and in fact it might have been them all along to have been dating the one that's not got the hair, pretended that they were dating. Then what? I'll be back later. Maybe.